Oh my goodness. How cool is the World Cup in 2026 been? The group play is officially finished. The knockout stages has officially begun and kicked off, yes, pun intended. And we're here, as we are every Sunday, me, Kadeem, and Kevon here on Productive Conversations. We're about to preview and discuss all of the round of 16 matchups. We're going to make our picks as we head into the knockout stages where the stakes are on the line. It's win or go home. We got 30 teams remaining. We'll briefly hit on Canada and South Africa. And yeah, we're going to make our big, bold predictions right now as we head into the knockout stages of the World Cup in 2026. My name is Matt Brown. I'm the host of the Productive Conversations podcast, and the world is a better place because you are here to join us. And we are getting ready, and we're about to discuss the round, and we're about to discuss and preview the round of 32 and the knockout stage. We're about to preview the knockout stage here in the World Cup. Before we do that, I just want to remind you to like and subscribe to the Productive Conversations podcast on all podcasting platforms and YouTube. And don't forget to check out exclusive content regarding the show across all social media platforms. We're on Instagram at Productive Conversations Podcast, X at Proud Convo Pod, TikTok at Proud Convo Pod, Facebook at Productive Conversations, and as always, check us out on all podcasting platforms and YouTube. And another busy week as we head into our summer schedule. So we have a World Cup preview today on this Sunday into Monday. Then another tweet cap on Tuesday. Talk about everything that was trending over the weekend. Then back at it on Friday with another tweet cap as we talk about everything that is about to trend for the week ahead. And then the tweet cap will take the week off, but we'll be back here doing our World Cup coverage next week as per usual. So check us out on Sunday as we preview the quarterfinals and react to the beginning of the knockout stage on this one. So we're about to have a lot of fun. Kadeem and Kevon are with me as always. What's up, boys?
What's up? What's up, boys? You
Going
guys?
on, man? Everything's good. Yeah, yeah. It's a great game. Spectacular. It's just going so great. All the skill level that we're seeing. These underdogs from African nations and Cape Verde to be specific. Um,
Yeah,
Amazing to see. It's amazing to see.
I know, man. And Kevon, you told us last week you went to go see a World Cup match. You saw a Haiti versus remind me, is
Morocco.
it Haiti versus Morocco? You want
Oh
to tell
my
us how
God.
about that
Such
experience?
Such a great game, man. Once in a lifetime experience, you just have to do it. And that game did not disappoint. It was worth every penny spent. Haiti was just made this beautiful goal during the first second half. It was just unexpected, and they did so well, but unfortunately, Morocco came back, and it was a wrap, man. But the energy and the atmosphere was just unreal.
And you went down to Atlanta to see that, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Oh, yeah. So, was you ever been to Atlanta before? Was that your first
Oh
time?
no, yeah. I used to live there. I used to live in Georgia.
Oh, okay,
I used to
cool.
live
So
in
familiar
the
ground.
Loganville, Gwinnett County area. Loganville and Grayson.
Awesome, awesome. And when you actually went into the stadium and amongst all the fans, did you feel a sense of pride? Did it feel anything different than a typical soccer match, or have you been to a football game or a concert? Like it must have been a different energy that you only get a chance to do every 4 years.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Go
Awesome,
ahead.
awesome.
Yeah, man. Like I said, it's just all these different culture. I mean, not different cultures, just Morocco and Haiti. These two cultures coming together. Even before the game started, everyone was just like playing football from all walks of life. There was just like different from the young to the old. They were just like it was just like a bond that's like brought everyone together. It's like, and some of these people didn't don't even speak the same language, but they
Yeah.
were all able to like come together and just play the game like they been doing it their whole lives. So.
Wow.
What a moment, huh?
What
That's
experience.
special. Well, we love to see that. That's why, in my opinion, sports is the best distraction in this crazy world. And now the group play has come to an end. As mentioned, we are now going to preview and discuss the round of 32, the knockout stages. Win or go home. Got to win in regulation, or better get or win by penalty kicks now. No more draws. This is it. And how are we feeling now as the World Cup comes to as the group play comes to an end, and now the tournament gets a little more serious, but a lot more fun, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm feeling really excited for the round of 32, to be honest, especially with all of the just the surprising teams that's been doing good this so far this tournament, especially the African nations. I think about 9 out of the 10 qualified African nations made it through the round of 32. So it's really good. And also just an interesting matchup that we're going to see. I think France and Germany, they're on the same side of the bracket where they might
Mm.
end up meeting much earlier than expected. And honestly, that's like a semifinal type of matchup, but we'll see how that one goes. Yeah.
The one thing due to the the Iran loss, and I really want to see if they could pull that off. We almost might have gotten a United States versus Iran matchup in this tournament, but another time. But obviously, we know about the conflict there in the Middle East. But and we send our thoughts and prayers, make sure everybody gets home safe, and the people in the areas affected are safe too. But I bring it up because after that result, are not going to see a Portugal and Argentina matchup in the knockout
Oh,
stages. The only way you could see him is if they meet in a World Cup final.
yeah, that's the only way. Like, I think now Portugal have a difficult route now to the final. But
Mhm.
like they said, if you're gonna win it, then you have to like play the best team. So yeah.
Yep.
One of my favorite things in sports. If you want to be the man, you got to beat the man. And if you really are a champion and you can beat everybody, you shouldn't be afraid or intimidated by any matchup coming into this.
Yeah, how
Exactly.
about Dembele, the France game against Norway?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
he
Oh
finally
my
finally
God,
turned into his
man.
country, yo. That was a good hat trick, yo.
Dude, this guy
incredible.
came out of nowhere. Like, I don't know if you follow what team he plays for, guys, but like
No, he's brand new to me. I'm just got
yeah,
introduced to him
I
again.
never knew this guy was like phenomenal. Hat trick, a whole hat trick. I think the thing too is everybody's watching Mbappe and trying to like keep him from scoring, but Norway forgot about secret talents, and I think that's how they got. This guy was from like spectacular stunner goals, like from way out left foot, right foot, strong on both.
He's
Norway
strong
didn't,
both, yeah, he's both foot. He has like no weak foot. He's
yeah.
actually, I think he's the current Ballon d'Or winner now for
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
So
Yeah, Norway was not. I don't think Norway was prepared for this, especially since they didn't. The manager decided not to play Harlan, which I understand because he doesn't want him to get injured because he might need him for the later games. But
yeah. Holland and I heard too as well because I don't follow Norway not that much, but I heard that they switched their entire team. Like there was 10 starting players that was rest for the next round.
yeah,
Yeah,
'cause-
similar to the USA and Turkey match, which they lost in the very last second. But
yeah,
a lot of the starters didn't play, so not necessarily the worst thing in the world. But
it's a strategy which I understand from the manager, but like sometimes you just gotta have faith in your players and have faith that they'll be all right.
yeah. Did you guys see Uruguay? What happened with their manager? That he was so mad at them that he canceled the charter and everybody had to fly home commercially on their own.
I didn't hear about that. Did that actually happen?
Yeah, legit. Look, yeah, you can look it up. That was a revenge spot. One thing I was looking in my research at Uruguay, South America country that a Latin country, not a lot of people speak of, but they have like the second or third most World Cups ever. They have a great
Yeah,
history.
yes, they
Um,
do.
I guess they just barely promote them, but who would have thought? Nothing against Uruguay, but they're just not talking to like the Brazils and the Argentinas and the Frances and the Germanys. But yet they have just as many World Cup victories than them. It's interesting.
Yeah, I think they only have one map because I have like a chart that I have.
Hmm. But
I think
they've made
they
a lot
won
of Final Fours though.
yeah, they won it in 1950.
Hmm.
Uh,
Oh,
then after that was then West Germany, then Brazil, of course, and then England in 1966.
Yeah.
But,
Are you excited about your English squad, Kevon, after
oh,
some of the match
absolutely.
this week? And we'll preview
Kane
the
is
matchup after, but how we feeling about
phenomenal,
that?
phenomenal. No complaints. They're doing what I expect England to do, how I expect them to play. I'm not worried about them. I feel like they really are going to go all the way. It's just I hope this curse get lifted, and if they do make it to the finals again, they could bring it back home to England. The origins of the beautiful game.
We love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right. So with that though, let's begin a preview of the knockout stage. As mentioned, we'll go through the 16 matches and hit on how we feel about them going in. That's all this week is big knockout stage games or matches. And then we'll make our picks that way. And then again, when we're back next week, we will react to said matches and preview the quarterfinals as again, everything keeps going online and things get bigger and bigger. But at the time of this recording, I'm recording Sunday night, 9:30 East Coast time, and there was only one match on Sunday, and it definitely was a historic one. And that played at 3 o'clock. It was Canada versus South Africa. It was the first ever round of 32 match in World Cup history since they expanded the tournament. And they had two teams who made it to the knockout stage for the first time in history in South Africa and Canada. Canada got the victory, a 1-0 victory over South Africa. Well, they a host nation, but didn't actually host in their own country. But they got that win in Los Angeles. It was Steven Eustachios stoppage time volley that sent Canada through a 1-0 victory into Pandemonium at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles. Neither Canada or South Africa had ever reached the knockout stage before this. Alphonso Davies was not in the starting lineup, their big star. He only fit for the bench, but Canada still was able to get much ground and take advantage throughout this match. South Africa goalkeeper Ronan Williams was drawing frustration from fans for time wasting as the clock ticked towards extra time, but Escacchio's goal ended it before penalties were needed. Just a slick, phenomenal ending. Heartbreaking loss for South Africa, though. What'd you guys think of this match? And does this give you any feel for Canada? Do you think that it could go deeper? Or for what I saw, for a team that barely held on, whoever they play next, I think they're going to have some difficulty as they head into the round of 16.
So based on that match, I have to say to be honest, South Africa wasn't playing at a level where they could have went even farther. Um to be honest, they should have been able to beat Canada. Um it's just
I
like
know, right? It's not hockey.
the skill the skill level just wasn't there for them. Of course, it's unfortunate that they're going home, but they just didn't play hard enough to be able to like get even to the semis or the finals. So yeah, it just happened how it was supposed to happen, and they got sent home. So, oh, and I made an error, Matt. Uruguay won the first World Cup in 1930, and then the one in 1950. So they won two World Cups.
Two World
All
Cup.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. But still an OG champion and still an OG presence in the tournament, but not this year since they brought shame to their country, I guess. How'd you feel about this match, Kadeem?
I'm really excited for Canada. This is their first time being in the round of 16, so that's history for them. I'm surprised that since the entire tournament they benched their star player Alphonso Davies, but they made it through to the next round. So I think that this is their end of the tournament, to be honest. But we'll see. Maybe they
Yeah.
might surprise us. But yeah.
Yeah, I think what I think is happening is just the managers are all just playing on this strategy because they know what can happen if a star player get injured. Because look what happened to Neymar with Brazil. That's what
Mhm.
happened. He was out, and then the whole like team just got dismantled. And that's one thing too. You don't want to rely on one player, but
Oh yeah.
whenever that the person that the goal scorer is out of the game, it just becomes difficult because you need those goals. No matter how much great the defense is, you need that player that you know will score. So
Magic, just to
I
make
think
magic out of nowhere. Yeah.
yeah, so I think moving forward, you'll see a lot of this happening. managers not playing their star players, just so they could at least have a chance to make it to the finals or the semi or finals.
All right. So with that though, let's begin our coverage of and make our predicts for the other round of 32 matches.
Yes.
So we're going to break this up by days. The Monday matches, Tuesday, Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So we'll break it down that way. So that's convenient for us. So here we go. What a great way to start this Monday in Houston, Texas. Monday noon. We got Brazil versus Japan.
Oh,
Brazil are tournament favorites. Japan is definitely on an upstart and on the rise. I think this is a don't sleep on Japan game on the round, as we talked about in the preview, how they might be sleepers in this tournament, and how they might really shock people. And now you're going up against one of the standard countries for football in Brazil. Can you imagine if they pull off this upset?
Also, Neymar is back, so
Yes, and Brazil's still fully healthy. That's something to keep in mind. But my big setup to start, does Japan have the defensive discipline to pull off one of the biggest upsets? Not only in this tournament, but what I've read and learned, it could be one of the biggest upsets in World Cup history.
I think Japan has the technical ability to really cause Brazil a lot of trouble. I actually have Brazil going through on penalties. I'm gonna say that. So they're gonna really push it to the last minute, but Brazil is gonna just go through on penalties.
Mm-hmm. It's all about the penalty. So you think if they could get all the way, play 120 minutes of football, that's where they will pull this off, is in penalty kicks. I like that.
Yeah. Japan, yeah, they're playing really good. So I've been watching them play, so it's not gonna be easy for them, for Brazil. But yeah.
Okay. How do you feel, Kevon? Do you think this, even though, I mean, Japan's been around forever, but their football team has been on the rise, you think they could pull off this upset?
while I don't while I tend not to underestimate these Asian teams or like the underdog teams. Right now, the way Brazil is operating, it's kind of like they're kind of like playing like their old selves. So we got Vinicius Jr. and now we have Neymar. That's two big powerhouses. I don't see Japan really giving them a hard time, which in the past we've seen this happen, but knowing this Brazilian team and watching how they've been playing, I think it's just going to be a clean sweep. I think it's going to be an easy one for Brazil, so we'll see.
Okay. I respect it. Um, I'll tell you one thing. Brazil in the last few World Cups have fallen short. And after especially losing the semis to Germany in their home country in the 2014 World Cup, if this happens, not even make it to the quarterfinals, and they must have a lot to reflect on, Brazil,
Yeah.
if this
Well,
happens.
they are still the nation with the most World Cups, so I
But
wouldn't.
hey,
Like five or so. I
Hmm?
think do they have like 5 World Cups, I believe,
Yeah, I
Brazil?
think it was four. No, I think they had four stars for the four
Uh,
World Cups, and they were trying to see if they could get a fifth one, or. But I have to double check that. I checked that. I could be wrong though, but I believe it was four World Cups they had. So let's see my list.
yeah,
So
it
they
says
won.
here they've won 5 of them.
It's five? Okay,
Yeah.
so I was a little bit incorrect. So yeah, they were trying to get the sixth star from that game against Germany, but
yeah.
yeah, so yep, that was five World Cups, still the most. First one in 1958, then 1962, one in 1970, one in 1994, and the 2002, and I think yeah, that was it.
Wow. Jeez.
Well, we'll see if they can keep that momentum going. It's been 2020. It's been 24 years, so we'll see if they can pull this off. The next Monday matchup, we have Germany versus Paraguay in Boston on Monday, 4:30 p.m. Germany came in as one of the tournament's most organized sides. Paraguay snuck through as a third place qualifier with the in the same group as the Americans. What do we think? It looks like it's going to be Germany's efficiency versus Paraguay's nothing to lose mentality. I think Germany should be able to handle Paraguay. They've been able to handle a lot of other teams in their group, and it seems they're playing on the same level as some of the teams that they've been winning 7-1, 7-0 against. I think Paraguay doesn't really have a chance here, and Germany is going to destroy them, if you
I think
ask
Germany
me.
has it in the bag.
I mean, that would actually be a tragedy. Paraguay upsets Germany, but I don't think see that happening. I don't know
Well,
if you
we'll see
guys
what
do.
happens tomorrow. I mean, anything could happen from what we've seen so far. Like I said, these underdog teams giving these big Titans a hard time and pressure. For example, Ghana versus England, that draw, which Ghana is a strong team, but like England should have been able to score and they weren't able to. So
Yeah,
anything could
Germany
happen.
lost to Ecuador, I think the last match too as well.
Yeah.
Good quality players, but I've been watching Germany too, and they don't like play together as a team, in my like opinion, you know.
Mhm.
But they just have the quality to get them over matches. But I still
Yeah.
think that
That's
it's
funny. They famously did the exact opposite of what you said, which was play together as a team to beat Brazil that time 7-1. It's just the way they were playing is just like it was just everyone was like in sync. It was like one mind when they were the way they were passing the ball. You never knew if they were gonna shoot take the shot or like pass it. It was just this beautifully played. But now I don't know what if they're gonna follow that if they would be able to follow that play those plays that they did before to win that game. But if you don't see it, I mean, it's looking shaky for them. So yeah, I agree with Kadeem on that.
yeah. But I mean, they should be able to deal with Paraguay easily, you
Yeah,
know, like
Paraguay they should at least be able
zero
to.
3-1 win, you know, and yeah.
All right. And then the last Monday matchup. Two nations that have been very interesting this tournament. This will be in Mexico, Montenegro, Mexico specifically, Monday, 7 o'clock. We got the Netherlands versus Morocco. The marquee match of Monday. Morocco has been one of the team's best stories all season long, and we know that the Netherlands are loaded. So, how do we feel about this very compelling matchup?
Man, this game can go either way, to be honest. Like Morocco and Netherlands. You know, I have Netherlands just edging it because of the midfield and their defense. But I
Mhm.
wouldn't be surprised if, you know, if it goes either way. But my pick is Netherlands. They've been doing really good this tournament. Yeah.
Give credit to the Dutch. Okay, I like that.
Uh, well, seeing having the privilege of seeing them play live against Haiti. I can say that they're one to watch, and I would not underestimate them being able to take the Netherlands because watching the Haiti Morocco game, we all thought Haiti had it in the bag. We thought Haiti was gonna win that game and bring it home. They were able to score 2 goals, and somehow Morocco was able to keep pushing and come back and score 3 more goals over them. So it was just
Yeah.
crazy to see. So.
I would say Morocco has experience in these knockouts, you know. That's why they were able to come back too from the Haiti game. And I think last World Cup they were semifinalists. And
Right, right, right.
they made it to the African finals too as well. So maybe the experience will get them far, but I don't know. I think
Wait, wasn't it them that won the FCOM?
it was like a controversy. So it was I think not, I don't know. I don't see
I
I have to
believe it
look
was,
it
yeah,
up.
I think it was them that
So
won the FCOM, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was them. Morocco did win the African Cup.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
okay.
think they're one of the best African nations right now.
I
We'll
think one team like won it on the actual game, but then later on it was handed to the other team, which is I guess it was Morocco, but I
Okay.
could be wrong about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't really following it that closely, so I don't know exactly what happened, but from what I saw the last time, the champions, it was Morocco, it said. But yeah, I'd have to look into it to see exactly what happened from what you're saying. So
Yeah.
All right, all right. Now let's transfer to Tuesday and the interesting matchups going into Tuesday. Tuesday at noon, we got the Ivory Coast taking on Norway. Two teams that punched above their weight to get here. Ivory Coast is one of the other representatives from Africa. You know, Norway's been taking storm, especially with their star player in Holland. And Norway without Holland's goals has been the backbone. Is the supporting cast enough for them? Ivory Coast has been interesting. Pretty much Holland's been the only one making big offensive moves, but will this make a difference? What do you think about Ivory Coast and Norway on Tuesday at noon?
I have Norway edging it. They score a lot of goals. So even without Holland too as well, they've been scoring a lot of goals, but so I have Norway edging this one. But it's gonna be a tight match. Ivory Coast is a really good team. Yeah.
If Holland doesn't start, I'm not worried. But if he does, then I'd say there's gonna be problems for Ivory Coast. Because
Mhm.
that man, you can count on him to score. So from what he's shown, he's gonna score.
I know, right? You need him in, you need him in.
It's
And you
like
And
saw what happened when they didn't start him. So
it's like with Norway too as well. They even though they have good attack, they always leave themselves open. So it might be like a basketball game where Ivory Coast may get their chances, but yeah, Norway might just
that's it's literally what Haiti did. After they scored those two goals, I think they got overconfident and left too much of an opening in their defense, which is why I thought Morocco was able to come back. If they had like kept if they had like kind of like focused more on their defense after scoring and not just like pushing to try to score too much, maybe they would have been able to take that game. But like I said, the overconfidence after scoring is what I think got them.
see.
all right, after that, the next Tuesday game, 5 p.m., MetLife Stadium in New York, New Jersey Stadium, we have France and Sweden. France came through the group by as winners. They've been dominant all tournament. Sweden got through as a third place team, and they have underdog written all over them. How do we feel about France and what they could do? I feel that they are going to roll all over Sweden.
Sweden is
Mbappe
going,
keeps
yeah.
scoring like crazy, and you might
Sweden
pass
is going
Messi
to
in this
yeah.
with this
Sweden
game.
is in my is really is going to get swept away. That's I can say that without a doubt.
Yeah.
From what I've seen from Dembele and everyone focusing on Mbappe, thinking he's the only one that can score. I think Dembele is going to be kind of up for like maybe up for like a golden boot if I'm not mistaken. But just
Yeah.
watching those plays and like watching him and with both strong feet it's gonna be just too easy for France. This might be like a 4-5-6, 6-1, 6-0 kind of game.
Yeah, this is gonna be like an easy game for France. I mean, the only trouble that I think Sweden can do to France is like Isak and Gyökeres. I said two strikers. They're really good world class players. But that's about it. They're not. Yeah, France is just gonna blow through them. Mhm.
Yeah. They ain't scared of them. And then on Tuesday night at Estadio Azteca, we got Mexico taking on Ecuador. A big home game for Mexico in this game. Crowd's going to be insane. Mexico was the Group A winner. The home field advantage in the knockout stage is real. Unfortunately, similar to the Swedish, Ecuador does not have a chance against Mexico, especially in their home country at the biggest stadium in their home country too. If they could score at least one goal, that might be an achievement. But Ecuador, quite literally the toughest matchup that they can face, in my opinion. Next to the France's, Argentinas, and Germany, you're going up against Mexico in their hollow grounds with a lot of momentum they're having.
Yeah, that was a home court advantage. But the Ecuador beating Germany was very impressive. But I think Mexico just has more firepower.
Yep, and they've won both their games back to back, so
Mhm.
no draws.
They have like nine. Do they have 9 points? Like the only, I think the only
Yeah, 9 points.
Argentina, yeah, one off.
Yeah, they have not lost or drawn in a match, so I have no
Mhm.
doubt that they'll give Ecuador a hard time, even though Ecuador is still a strong team.
Okay, okay. All right. Now let's get to the third Wednesday and Thursday matchups in this segment. So, Kevon, you just missed your favorite country by a week because the first matchup on Wednesday in Atlanta is England versus the DR Congo. It seems England always finds a way to make this dramatic, and DR Congo has one of the 9 African nations to qualify and make it this far. They don't have anything to lose, in my opinion, but this is England's match to win to get to the uh, round of 16.
Absolutely, I agree. But from what I've seen with Ghana, giving England a hard time, they weren't able to score, which they, like I said before, they should have been. So this one, I can't really say they'll be able to give it. It'll be as easy for them because seeing how Ghana plays and watching how DR Congo play, they're seeming like a strong team too that will be able to put pressure on England and kind of like limit their ability to score. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens.
Yeah, if there's one thing that I learned about England from the last tournament is they always make it hard for themselves, but they just get over. Like Congo too as well. That I can tell that they're gonna really sit back and just defend most of the game. It'll be hard to break down. But England have the quality to make passes round. So
Yeah, we got Bellingham and Rashford, Saka,
yeah, Bellingham has been
Kane.
playing really
So
good. Yeah.
like I've said in the past, England has a really great team this year, so I do not worry for them. So I just want to see them be able to lift this curse that's been over their head when they get because they always get to the because like they got to the final like they got to the final in the Euros. They always find a way to the final, but they never are able to take it home. So I just want to see them make history and be able to do this. So just gotta keep an open mind.
Just got to keep an open mind. All right, I like this. Now the next one, gentlemen, the next matchup on Wednesday. We got in Seattle, 1 p.m., Belgium versus Senegal. Senegal has had firepower throughout this tournament. And I feel like Belgium, while they've had their moments, they've also had some weaknesses too in this tournament. They're trying to squeeze in one more run. Can they do it? Who do you see, Senegal versus Belgium?
Belgium, uh, they always find a way to disappoint every tournament. You know, they have such a good team and good quality players, and they had their golden generation too as well, but they just always seem to fall short. But I can see this going either way, but I'm gonna have Belgium edging it just because of the players they have, and yeah.
Okay, okay. If there's anything though, I hope Senegal makes a big statement. I'd like to see them. They've been a very fun team this tournament, and I'd like to see them pull this off and make another win for them.
I think they will. I think they will.
All right, gentlemen. Then here's the big one. Um Hear this. In San Francisco, Wednesday, 5 p.m. We got the United States of America taking on Bosnia and Herzegovina. I'm so confused on how that works, but we'll go with that, right? USA versus Bosnia and Herzegovina. The US faces Bosnia and Herzegovina with the winner advancing to go up against either Belgium or Senegal. USA is also playing at home, so big home field advantage out in San Francisco. Do you see this going in a certain direction at all? Do you think this is going to be an easy one for the Americans, or maybe they'd have to earn this one? You know, we saw them lose to Turkey, but as mentioned, they didn't have their starters. We haven't really seen a full Pulsaic match yet. I would assume he's starting in this one. How will the Americans fare against Bosnia slash Herzegovina?
I'll give this one to Kadeem because I can't say to be honest.
Uh,
USA, one moment they're surprising you, and one moment they're disappointing you. So
there, uh, yeah, this is gonna be an easy match for USA. Maybe like a 3
Mhm.
3-1,
Think
3-0.
so?
Yeah.
After what happened with
Yeah.
Turkey.
Yeah. I think USA got this. Yeah. I trust the manager, Mauricio Pochettino. So he's a good manager. He hasn't played them like, just a level above their expectation.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That was my thing too. Like, they did lose, but they had players sit in. And now with everything on the line now with those knockout stages, I feel during the week, they'll be ready to take this on. So gotta pull this off, America. So the next one after that, we go to Thursday the next day. Spain and Austria on this one. The Spanish have been an interesting tournament, have had their ups and downs, but their ups have been really, really high. Now they're playing an Austrian team that's also been making some noise this tournament. How do we feel about Spain and Austria?
Yeah, Spain were my favorites to win the tournament. And they've been like their performance so far has been underwhelming, but they have this. This is going to be an easy match for them. Yamin Yamal, the best player in the world,
Mm-hmm.
probably going to score a brace this game, that game. So yeah,
I like that. Of course, I believe the Spanish can easily get this too and get in the groove they're supposed to get into. Maybe that wasn't found initially in the group stages, except for some moments here and there, but now that they're in the knockouts, they'll play their very game.
yeah, yeah.
Then we got the later that night in Canada, Thursday night, we have Portugal taking on Croatia. Here we go, a big team, Ronaldo, an underwhelming tournament for him. But now that him and Messi are on opposite sides of the bracket, you might see some motivation to get there once and for all. They are playing a Croatia team that has been interesting, have been very interesting throughout this tournament too. How do you see Portugal Croatia playing out?
This game could go either way, I believe. Because Croatia is one of those teams that will surprise you. Um, that what was it? I forget his name. That small their star player, their number 10. Kadeem, what's his name?
Modric, I think.
Modric. Yeah. That guy, man. Yeah, he's always brilliant on the pitch. He'll put up a fight every time. So I guess and based on how Portugal has been playing, they're not playing like the Portugal I know, and what I know they could do. So and then they're drawing with well, who did they draw with the last? What was it? Ghana or
They just draw with Colombia
it's Colombia?
on
Yeah,
Friday. Yeah,
pardon me. Colombia. So like I said, this could go either way, and based on how they're playing, I think Croatia might be able to take them. So we'll see.
how bad do you think this loss would be for Portugal if they couldn't pull this off?
It'll
Oh,
be bad, man.
that'll be
Yeah.
very bad. Yeah, yeah.
It'll be another heartbreak for Christopher Ronaldo because like this is his last World Cup. So and I know he really wants this. So if it just wasn't meant
Would
to
he
be,
disgrace his nation if he lost?
I don't think he'll disgrace his nation. He's like the hero of his nation, and yeah, I believe he always will be. But this is the World Cup. It's the best in the world. It's not just one man, it's a team effort. So he's playing against the world, literally. So
There's like a like a debate going on now online. It's whether Ronaldo should be starting now for Portugal. Even though he's
Ooh.
debatably like the best player of greatest player of all time, but he's 41 now. But like
yeah.
is someone still like capable of like really leading Portugal, or should there be someone younger, starting ahead of him?
Right. Yes. This is this debate that I've been hearing. So yeah, so people have been saying they should have brought in some new and not some new blood like you've seen other countries have, and not try to put everything on Ronaldo, because there's always talent out there, and they should take advantage of the new talent, and these younger guys they could run, so
Yeah.
yeah, that's the thing too. I always remember what Beckham said. The reason he knew when it was time for him to retire when Messi ran past him. So I think that's what's happening. So yeah,
Would would you start him for loyalty stake, for a loyalty sake, or no, because you're not going to get any closer. It's every 4 years. Who knows what's going to happen? One thing that's been interesting too, like I have an Italy flag, and they've always been a powerhouse, but they failed to reach the World Cup. I don't think they made it in 2022 either. So you don't want to have a gap. And I think, yeah, if they really think they could play better without him, it's worth the risk if you ask me. But if anything, too, with this Croatia opponent, this would be your last chance if you could really hang before we go up against the better nations. Do you still have it?
Yeah.
If anything, too, you can substitute him in the middle of the match too, if you do it that way.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't need to be playing 90 minutes, like as he's been doing the last few games, they can definitely sub him in. And this has been the best team that Portugal has in years. So it's like this is like their best chance to win a World Cup, and yeah.
This is it. Put up or shut up time. Okay, the next one. To round out our Thursday matches, out in Canada, we have Switzerland taking on Algeria. Algeria snuck through in dramatic fashion with the Iran tie because Algeria drew a 3-3 draw with them in the final group stage game, moving Algeria above Iran to get into that part of the tournament. Switzerland is solid but not spectacular. Algeria is playing off pure emotions. Who's going to come out top on this one?
Ooh. Don't know too much about both teams, but I have Switzerland coming on top on this one.
Yeah, we got to give it to the Swiss.
Yeah.
I think so too, because they have been more established. The matches they won are more comfortable. Even they've played some good defense in this tournament as well. And yeah, I think Algeria barely struck by, but maybe that momentum could take them into this game. But I'm going to give it to the Swiss as well. And then we have a very exciting Friday to round out our week of knockout matches. We have first on Friday afternoon, the 3rd, in Dallas, Friday, 1 o'clock, we have Australia taking on Egypt. Australia has quietly built a competitive World Cup, and their squad has been very good throughout, even though some losses against the Americans was bad, but they've been pretty interesting in this tournament. And Egypt has been has had a very passionate fan base and have made a lot of people feel good about that African nation. Australia and Egypt, who's coming out on top?
It's a hard
I think probably Egypt. Yeah, Egypt.
because I know Egypt is capable.
Yeah, Mohamed Salah will definitely be the
Yep.
stand-up player.
Yeah, he's one of the best in the world too. So
Yep, yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
And then later that night in Miami, Friday, 6 p.m., we got Argentina versus Cape Verde. Messi time in Miami. The crowd is going to be electric. They're going to be New York Knicks fan base level crazy. But while Cape Verde is a massive underdog, Messi is on the Miami stage in a knockout game. Must-see television. And I think this is Argentina's game to win. Maybe Cape Verde puts up a fight, but Argentina's got this in the bag if you ask me.
I think they'll put up a fight as best they can, Cape Verde, but at the end, Argentina is going to break them down. With Messi heading them, and like we've said before, Messi's team trust him, they follow him. Um, he's had a hat trick. He's been consistently scoring. Cape Verde's been just
I think
draws. They haven't been able to really score like that. So this is just going to be like a easy sweep for Argentina. They're just going to run through this team, and that's going to be it.
I believe I believe Messi has scored a goal in every single match so far.
Yep.
He's on 6 goals now, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, Mbappe and what was the other person that was right on his tail of scoring? It was Haaland.
Uh, Holland, yeah, Holland.
Mbappe and Haaland, he's
Vinny's up there too.
consistently just like bridging the gap. So
This is an easy game for Argentina,
yeah.
but like look at the route that Argentina has. That's so they're lucky, honestly. That's easy. It's like they're almost already they're already in the final already. I can just tell. So
Will they take it again? We'll see.
yeah, that's a different story, but
I like it. Okay. And the last match of the round of 32, gentlemen. Let's talk. So this will round out in Kansas City. We have Colombia taking on Ghana Friday night. Colombia is one of the best and most entertaining teams in the World Cup. Ghana has also been very interesting and have been very passive themselves. Very interesting game. What's going to happen in this matchup?
This one I'm gonna have to give it to Colombia. While Ghana is a really strong team, the Black Stars aren't to be underestimated. Colombia, the skill level is just so much higher than Ghana, so I have to give it to Colombia. And Colombia is able to go up against the big dogs and take them on with efficiency. So I gotta say, there's nothing else I can say the more than Colombia has this game easily.
yeah, it's gonna be a tight game, but Colombia is gonna win this one. A very small margin. Ghana is just very good defensively, and they can just sit back and Colombia's
These
gonna have
players are
the
just so
ball.
strong.
Yeah, but Colombia has the better technical ability, so they'll go past them.
Well, Colombia definitely has my respect. I have a feeling that Ghana's going to pull this off. It might be a 1-0 game, but I think it's going to go down for the final minutes, maybe even extra time, and that they will get a big last-minute goal in Kansas City, shock the literal world, and keep the momentum they've been having.
Could be right. If DR Congo can do it, Ghana should be able to do it as well.
They got my support. Exactly, Mr. Cowan. All right, gentlemen. Any other big nuclear opinions before we sign off? And we'll be returning next week. Remember, we're back at it next Sunday and a Monday as we reflect on the round of 32 and then preview the knockout stages. Anything we're thinking? Any big bold predictions? Any final thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, this is my prediction because I had a dream about it. I had a dream it was France and Portugal that went to the finals.
Okay.
So I'll see if I'm a prophet.
Uh,
What do you think, Kadeem?
I still have from my from the first podcast, I still have Portugal going to the finals. I just for the sake as a neutral for the sake of football, I do want to see Ronaldo, win a World Cup.
Oh, yeah, I know, right? That's me. I want to see it too.
But the way how they've been playing, I don't know. Yeah, but I'm gonna stick with that. Yeah.
All
Yep.
right. Well, you just heard mine. I think. Oh,
If one of those three teams win, man, I'm a prophet. It has to be France, Portugal, or England that wins the whole thing. That's for me.
all right. And mine when I'm gonna have this Ghana victory over the Colombians to make a big shock. All right. Good job, Kevon and Kadeem. My name is Matt Brown. I'm the host of the Productive Conversations podcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the Productive Conversations podcast on all podcast platforms and YouTube. And check us out all week long. Remember, back at it on Tuesday as we talk about what's trending from the past weekend. And then on Friday as we talk about what's trending for the week ahead. But we'll be back at it with the World Cup crew on Sunday and a Monday, reacting to the round of 32, the beginning of the knockout stages, and we preview the round of 16 / the quarterfinals. Great work, everybody, and we'll see you all soon.